Should be very interesting, and we're going to take a look at Spike Gore getting ready right now. He's your number 16 qualifier, and the certifiably hot Cory McClenathans going to be on the other side of the racetrack. Here comes Cory. Cory McClenathans, your number 1 qualifier. Lots of wins. Made a run at the Winston Championship. He's the defending championship right here, and that ain't bad, Cory.
Car always runs real well here. We won here last year at this time. Ran real good here at the beginning of the season this year, too. So it's just one of those deals where we've run some really good qualifying numbers. We like to be consistent and hopefully be in the winner's circle on Sunday. But if it doesn't work out that way, I still say we had a pretty darn good season.
Dave Reef, a surprising amount of tire smoke here in this opening round on the starting line.
Yeah, and it's very interesting. All these cars in the left lane, Gary Selzy, they seem to go out about 100 foot and have to pedal the car a little bit. Still producing some pretty good numbers and pretty good speed, but if they have to burp that throttle just a little too much, it could result in tire smoke. Spike Gore, he'll throw everything at Cory Mack right now.
Mike Green, the crew chief on the McDonald's race car. They have renewed their sponsorship for next year. And you know what? Spike Gore doesn't care a lick about that. He'd love to take out the number 1 guy right here. Spike gave him a run, but comes up a bit short. You can see the numbers. Look at that. 4:57 for Cory McClenathans. 321 miles an hour. 5:11 for Spike Gore, but 321 the first time ever anybody's over 320 miles an hour. Cory Mack just continues to have a storybook season with the McDonald's car. Look at the numbers on the bud board here at the Texas Motorplex. Just a wonderful job by the McDonald's car. Dave Reef?
Well, I'm down with Mike Green. We were talking before this round. He said this was going to be conservative.
Well, we just set it up. You know, what we thought was soft, and the air was a little different. We knew the track would be good, and it's about like it was when it ran 56, but that speed was pretty surprising. I didn't know it would go that fast. 321
miles an hour. Steve Evans is with a very excited driver.
Read my lips. 321 miles an hour. 321.
No kidding. That's incredible. I'll tell you. This car is such a good car, and Mike Green, he's the best crew chief around right now. He's just awesome. I'll tell you, this thing was running on the other end real well.
Here's the man that had held the speed record coming in, Joe Amato. I think they're going to go after the ET record as well. Bob Fry?
Tell you how things have evolved at the first Chief Nationals, at the first Revell Nationals here in '86. Garlitz and Gwynn ran, and Gwynn set the speed record at 278. We've come a long way. There's Cory Mack up the return road here, and Mike Green and the rest of the Joe Gibbs McDonald's team. What a marvelous second half of the season they've had. They're virtually going to do everything but win the Winston Championship. Gary Selzy leads it. It would take a almost superhuman effort. And hey, now that I think about it, maybe I shouldn't count Cory Mack and Mike Green out of it, because they've been virtually superhuman here since Denver.
Mike Green, the entire McDonald's team. Joe Gibbs put this team together. There's a lot of speculation about what's going to happen next year, because the Boston McDonald's maybe pulling out. Well, I can tell you this. I can't tell you exactly what happened, but I can tell you that's not good, and we'll be back next year. Cory Mack overall with 322 miles an hour. That is the second year of Before he comes back down, he's got another instant replay for you up on the big screen. Winston by the GMC and Budweiser. Well,
they're standing for the McDonald's car here at the Revell Nationals, and rightfully so. A 321-mile-per-hour shot for Cory McClenathans. Unbelievable. Casey Powell right there. Kristen's dad comes out and congratulates Cory. As they say, the crowd goes wild. What a moment. Well, they need to win this one because Selzy has already advanced. Spike Gore in the far lane from California. The great racing Gore family taking on the McDonald's team. Here comes Big Red. And when I say here he comes, 4:57. Cory Mack runs 321 miles an hour. Another milestone at the Motorplex.
321 miles an hour.
No
321.
kidding. That's incredible. I'll tell you. This car is such a good car. And Mike Green, he's the best crew chief around right now. He's just awesome. I'll tell you, this thing was running on the other end real well.
Here's the man that had held the speed record coming in, Joe Amato. I think they're going to go after the ET record as well. Bob,
probably not so good. Cory Mack in the near lane. This is the hottest race car in all of motorsports. Larry Dixon in the far lane, the Miller Lite MBNA car. And watch Big Red here in the near side. We have incoming. Cory Mack goes 4:59, 3:19, a brand new record. Can nobody stop this race car?
319 backs up 321 for the record, but more importantly, the 459.
4:59, good. I'll tell you, that's, makes some good consistent runs in the 50s, and that's what we might need to win this race. And I'll tell you, the track's super. The guys are doing a great job on it, and my guys are doing a great job on this McDonald's car.
The world's fastest drag racer, right there.
McClenathans, the McDonald's machine, a land-based missile, says bring on those guys from the Salt Flats. He would match up with Scott Coletta, two-time Winston champ. The American International Airways car into the watchful eye of Ed McCullough, who also got inducted into the Revell Hall of Fame. You know what all that would mean for Scott right here? Nothing. Cory McClenathans takes him out with a 4:61 at 3:13. After that race, back in the pit areas, Scott Coletta had a very important announcement to make about his future. Scott?
Our thanks to Jason Baffrey of NHRA Today for catching up with Scott Coletta when I couldn't. No one is going to miss Scott more than Cory McClenathans. But, Cory, let's talk about this final round. You could, if you set the record, you already have a backup, leave here with about 60 more points than you had. Do you dare go for that? Do you go for the win, the record, or both?
Well, at one point we decided we're going to go ahead and be safe and just try to win the race. After seeing Amato run a few rounds this weekend, we're pretty sure they're going to try to run in the mid-50s to high 50s. So we're going to try to run about 56 out there. If we happen to get it, that's 20 more points and 50 grand more in our pocket. But if not, well, hopefully we can take the win and go on to the next race.
Good luck to Cory. As you heard, Dave Reef, they have loaded it up. What about Joe Amato?
Well, let's find out.
It'll be the number 1 and 2 qualifiers coming up, and that doesn't happen very often. It should be fun. Steve Evans?
You know, Bob, I usually reserve this comment for pro stock, but this may well come down to whoever leaves first, whoever has the better reaction time. They're that fairly matched up. If that doesn't happen, well, let me tell you, they have both pulled the pins. You're looking at a couple of hand grenades, folks, sitting behind those drivers. They may both smoke the tires.
Who do you like here, Dave Reef?
Well, Bob, one thing I'd like to point out, too, is I have not seen this much anticipation on the face of all the fans getting ready for what really is going to be a classic final. Look at the things we've seen today. 320s out of both of these race cars. Got to be honest, though, you really don't know who to pick. This is going to be something else.
McClenathans, can he get the record? No, he goes 480, 302 miles an hour. Joe Amato had all kinds of problems. Got out of the gate with Cory, but that was all she wrote. And Cory McClenathans does everything but set the brand new ET record. Out of the number 1 spot. Low elapsed time for the weekend. New mile an hour mark. Over 320. Joe smokes the tires. This baby is over before they move 60 feet down the racetrack. Cory Mack wins from the number 1 spot for the first time since he qualified number 1 at Denver. The McDonald's crowd going wild. They know their boys still got a chance to win it all. Steve?
Cory Mack just now getting his helmet off as I arrive on the scene. He went to the far turnoff. And you're so right, Bob. What else could this man have accomplished short of getting that national record. Cory Mack. They're dancing on the tables in Lake Havasu City, Arizona. Buddy, you wanted the record.
I wanted the record, and we just maybe just a little bit too much. Just shook out there. I had to pedal it. Just one of those deals, I'll tell you. This McDonald's car running so good. Mike and those guys, they're doing a great job. And Dad, Mom, and everybody at home, man, this has been great. I'll tell you, the Revell Nationals first one, a good one to win. And I'll tell you, the points deal's not over yet. This McDonald's car just running so well, and with easy care and, you know, interstate batteries, Shell oil, Ziploc. I mean, I'll just tell the people, and especially interstate, you know, these are good people out here.
It isn't over yet. From his lips to God's ears.
The number 1 and 2 qualifiers, they qualified that way, they finished that way. Cory